Hello and welcome to the Real Life Cafe. This is a safe space where we get to discuss real life issues. My name is Juliet and today we are going to discuss why we have so many separation and divorce cases in our society. I am joined by Wilkista Juma, who is a counseling psychologist, and she will help us understand this topic more. Hi Wilkista.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. You?
I'm good, I thank God.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good to see you today.
Thank you.
And you're looking gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. You too. You too.
Oh, thank you. Kindly introduce yourself. Tell us who is Wilkista Juma and what you do.
My name is Wilkista Juma. Like you said, I'm a counseling psychologist. I deal with mental health issues and other day-to-day issues.
Okay. Today's topic is about separation and divorce. In the recent days or years, the cases have gone up, and you just ask yourself, what is happening? Where are we going wrong as couples or those who are dating? People can no longer, stay together. What do you think is the biggest issue?
Oh, thank you, Juliet. I think there are many issues that make people separate or divorce. It depends on what people believe in. People are different. One person will find one issue to be so difficult, or one issue to be so big that they cannot tolerate. Yeah, so maybe I can mention a few issues that make people separate.
Yeah.
We have issues like adultery. There are many people who separate because one has cheated on the other.
Yeah.
And maybe you cannot just stand that. Though when you look at the number of people who divorce because of adultery, they are not many, but it's a cause.
Yeah.
Then we have issues to do with violence.
Okay.
Violence that could be physical or emotional or any type of violence.
Yeah, the last time I remember we talked about emotional abuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if there is violence in the family, relatives will come. Watu wanapigana, relatives will come and say, hey, hapana utatuia mtoto wetu. Let's just take our daughter. And men also go through the same. Men abuse physically and emotionally. So both ways. With self-awareness, you realize that no, let me just quit this relationship. If you can beat me, kama tunapigana, kwa nini tunaishi pamoja? And I think that is you need a very strong will to decide. Like you're not going to be in this relationship. You're not going to tolerate violence. You're not going to tolerate being abused, insulted, and all that. It's another reason why people divorce. Though we have a big number of women who are okay with that. Wanaamini kuchapwa ndio kupendwa.
Yeah.
Kuna wanawake wanaamini asiponichapa hanipendi. Yeah, lazima nichapa kidogo ndio nijue napendwa. So but it's a reason.
And you see again that has caused even deaths. Unapata watu pia sasa it's not only kuchapana. Sasa watu wamefika pahali mpaka mtu anaua mwenzake.
Yeah, that is happening. Can you imagine being killed because you're in a relationship? We don't advocate for divorce or separation, but when it comes to violence of any nature, the best thing is just to go out instead of getting to a point whereby you're hurting each other. Mnapigana, mnaumizana, it's not worth it. That relationship is not worth. Yes, so I will give you another reason, which is marrying too young. People who marry when they are too young. There's a big ratio when you look at the statistics. You find that they divorce quite more often than those people who married when they are older. Reason being that you are young, you don't even know what marriage is. It's about attraction, it's about sex, it's about infatuation, it's about lust, you know. So they tend to get divorced later. A good number of them. Now you realize marriage is not what I thought it is. Yeah.
Reality checks in.
Reality checks in. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
mambo ni hivi, you know. But when you get married at an older age, you have a good reason to get married. You marry someone that you know well. You marry someone that maybe is your friend. So there's a big difference. When people marry when they're young, they're just there for reasons that are not maybe so real. Yes. Then we have other issues like being incompatibility. Yeah, you meet someone, they put the facade that they are what you're seeing, but they are not. Then
and that happens sana
so many
kwanza kwa
times.
nini kwa watu wakidate unapata we.
Hey, Maze, the face you put there, you know, you put your best foot forward. Eh?
Yeah.
You want to show that you are this smiling, lovely girl. Kumbe we ni kanyoka tu, you know, when you get to the house, when you very different.
Yeah.
You show your true face. A very, a person who is so toxic. You're in that relationship, you are emotionally mistreating the other person. So yeah, it happens a lot. So it is good to marry someone that you know, someone who is your friend, you can joke with. Unajua kuna ile marriages where it's a very serious affair. A very serious affair.
Yeah.
No laughing. Huh? Unacheka nini? Mko very serious business. You should marry your friend. Someone.
Now how do you live in such a situation? Hata huwezi cheka, hata huwezi joke na mtu.
Hiyo ndio situation.
See, that should be your nini, your first number one to go person ukiwa na kastori unataka kumchapia.
That is the way it should be. You need to marry someone who's your friend.
Yeah.
Someone you can talk to. But there are people who are married, my friend, they don't talk. Huh? Theirs is from the sitting room, they eat very serious, not talking to the bedroom. Huko vile wanaongea sijui because you will see children. But it is a very serious thing. It's not supposed to be that serious.
Yeah.
Have that room of play, have that room of sitting down and conversing. Sometimes I was talking about incompatibility. They are not they are not compatible.
Yeah.
So you find maybe one person the education level is different.
Yeah.
Unapata mmoja maybe alifika nursery school. Mwingine alimaliza form 4 and I feel like more important than the other one. So you are there to be seen and not to be heard. You are not a couple, you are not friends. Wewe ni bibi, ama wewe ni bwana. Kama tulisoma naye primary school, I used to be number one, you used to be the last one. We live with that fact. Wewe nyamaza, unajua ulikuwa unakuwa number last shule. So with the time, it is important to better your lives, make yourself, if it is education, you progress so that you break those barriers, okay? So that whoever was down, this is your friend. You get to a level whereby munakaribiana kiasi, you know. Yeah, so that would help. Financial constraints.
Oh.
Yeah, so this happens when, say you married when he had money. You married when she had money. Mkioana mulikuwa na tupe?
Tupesa.
Mulikuwa na tupesa. Then after some time tupesa tumefanya nini?
Tumeisha.
Tumeenda. You don't know, hujui life ya kukaa bila house girl. Suddenly umeanza kufua hizi nguo za mzee. Mimi unapiga pasi. Unaanza kusema pana, this is not what I wanted. You see, your reasons for marrying were very different. It was not love. You married because you are comfortable. You married because you are getting everything. Now reality has checked. It's a man na alioa bibi akifanya kazi. So they were supporting each other in this home. Unatoa, yeye anatoa. kama ni nini unatoa hivi anatoa hivi, then it gets to a point he feels like I'm doing too much. You're just here, it's nothing, you're doing nothing. You know, you don't even remember that there is a time when this person was working. Ukumbuke kuna siku yenye nyinyi wote mlikuwa nayo. It can be the opposite. You married when you didn't have anything. Mlikuwa mnashona. Hamkuwa na chochote.
Yeah.
Sasa imefika mahali mmoja amepata, mwingine hana. Madharau inaingia kwa nyumba. Anaanza kukuonyesha wewe ufai, hutoshi. Anaanza kuona wale watu wako level yake. Unaona, level yako inarudi chini. Value yako inarudi chini. So sasa mtu unakaa unaona the only thing is I move out of this relationship. It is not doing me any good. Let me just go do my own things out there. Yeah, it's another reason. So they separate or they divorce, mostly separate because divorce Kenya nayo it will take time. They give you years.
Nowadays ni miaka ngapi?
2 plus. Utangangana before you are given. And I think it's a good system because it gives you time. You go out there and think about yourselves again. You try to maybe to rekindle or something.
Yeah.
Or they separate you so that by the time you decide that you really want to divorce, you really want to divorce.
Yeah, you've made that decision.
You've made a decision to divorce. That's it's a good thing. Yeah. Then we talked about these conflicts za kila wakati, madharau in a family where one feels more superior than the other. Children is another cause of divorce. People divorce because of their children.
How? Kids should bring you together.
They do until they get to a certain age where you start fighting.
Oh.
Yes. Mtoto amefika at the age of 18 amekataa shule. Unaambiwa uko na tabia mbaya kama za mama yako. Kwetu watu wanasoma. Kwetu we have doctors and lawyers. Wewe umetoka wapi? Are you sure mimi ni baba yako? You know?
Yeah.
Ama mtoto ana take drugs. Okay? Then maybe the mother expects baba ndio a straighten mtoto. Because this is something that they should do. If they are friends, they do it together. Mtoto ita hapa, kuja kaa hapa, let's talk to this child. Ama unapata mtoto, parents choose kids. Like we have 6 children, 3 are mine, hawa ni wa mom, hawa ni wa dad. They bring separation. They separate these parents. Because you have favorites. You're not supposed to have favorites. After some time, the favorites now turn against the parents. Like you can't. If I am daddy's favorite, if mommy talks to me, I shout back at her.
I get
I
it.
shout. Hata wakidivorce kotini, wengine wanaenda huku, wengine wanaenda huku. So if you are not careful, if you do not bring up your children, uonyeshe hii ni familia. Okay? This is mom and dad. You make decisions together. Watoto wanafurahia hivyo. When there is divorce or separation, they really enjoy, especially those parents with money. Pigia daddy because they are not talking. Tumeitishwa 1500 shule. Napigia mom. Tumeitishwa 1500 shule. So this kid gets from both parents money. They are living their best life. Hata wanaomba wasiwahi rudiana.
But on the other hand, pia we agree that it also affects kids in a big way.
Divorce?
Yeah.
It affects kids. Because what happens...
Ama inawa affect wakiwa wadogo. Wakiwa wakubwa wanaona ni kama, you know, inaweza happen.
Okay, what happens is that when dad and mom are fighting, kids blame themselves. Wakati mnapigana kwa nyumba mama na baba, watoto wanaona wanapigana kwa sababu yangu. Could it be kwa sababu si kuperform vizuri shule? Ama kama singezaliwa wangekuwa wanapigana. Their unconscious mind, the subconscious mind tells them that you are the cause. You are the product of these two, you know. If you are not here, mom would just walk away. sisi ndio tunafanya watu hawakai na amani. So that way the kids are affected psychologically. Yeah.
Na pia you are talking about kuna watoto wa baba na watoto wa mama. In most cases naonanga wale wenye wako na wao ni wabaya wanaelekezwa kwa pande ya mama na wale wazuri ni wa baba. Why is that? Mbona inakuanga hivyo?
Okay, even the Bible says, what does it say? A good child is the pride of the father. A bad child is the burden of the mother.
Wow.
Yes, so all the time when you are bringing children up, if they are good, the father is proud of them. If they get misguided or they go into drug, substance, alcoholism, they become the burden of the mother. And I think this is because a mother has that very strong bond with the children. Yeah? And a mother suffers. A mother does not sleep when the children are having these issues, when the child is unwell. You picture that the baby is unwell at home. So it goes all the way from mtoto akiwa mdogo, ako mgonjwa, mama ana feel more, anakimbia zaidi, akikuwa mkubwa, the burden still falls to the mother. But we have nowadays very many parents who are enlightened and they know and they support each other. They bring their children together. Yes, so and that is the way it should be. It shouldn't be a burden of the mother. Haifai kuwa mzigo wa mama, haifai kuwa mzigo wa baba, inafaa kuwa mzigo ya wote. Na watoto wasitenganishe familia. Watoto hawafai kutenganisha familia.
Okay, so we've touched on cheating. We've touched on
incompatibility.
Yeah.
They're not compatible.
We've also touched on finances.
And children.
The children. Any other reason that we've not touched that may lead to separation or divorce?
Yes. Alcoholism or drug use.
Yeah.
If one of them is an alcoholic or is abusing drugs, tuseme ni mama anakunywa sana, mama atafika usiku anaanguka chini, maybe hawezi kufulfill yale majukumu ya mama. Kina baba pia, the fathers who are alcoholics, they are not able to perform their duties as men. So ikifika hapo, what do you expect? That family will not be there. The relationship will just die because number one, their intimacy goes down. Huyu mama amekuja, she's dirty, amejitapikia, maybe hiyo usafi yenyewe haiko hata. Mzee naye hivyo hivyo. The risk is very high of even getting diseases, because out there when you are under influence of something, you are not able to take care of yourself. So there's that risk of the risk of maybe contacting diseases, venereal diseases, HIV/AIDS and all that because of the drunkardness. So it's mtu anaona badala nikae kwa hii marriage mwishowe nipate shida, let me just leave. Yeah, it's another. It's a serious one. Drunkardness, drug and substance. Mtu anavuta marijuana, bangi. Kwa nyumba akikuja, unapika ugali inatoshana, the biggest free you can imagine, because there is that craving. Kiappetite kiko, bibi anasema, we, wacha niende kwetu, ama wacha nijikalishe mimi nipike kwa ugali kangu kadogo. So sickness, unfortunately, there are people who, when they get sick, the other one decides to leave the home. Mostly because maybe they were not treated so well when this person was okay. Mtu wakati alikuwa na afya zake, alikuwa na kumistreat, alikuwa kupatia pesa, alikuwa hayuko nyumbani. So ameenda huko nje, amekuwa mgonjwa, amerudi, amelala hapo. So if it's a man or woman, kama ni bibi bwana anaamua, we, sasa hizi ndio utakuja mimi nianze kukulea, that divorce happens, anatoka. So these are some of the reasons that tuko nazo.
Okay. And someone might ask, all those courses in your profession, I know you're meeting clients and maybe unapata huyu maybe reason yao ya separation ama divorce ni hii, mwingine ni hii. What would you say, ni nini unaweza sema ndio the major cause out of hizo zenye umetutajia?
Well, that's a difficult one kwa sababu watu wako na reason tofauti, but not being incompatible na violence ina lead, because wakati kuna conflict in a home whereby people are fighting every now and then, mtu una raha kwa nyumba, there is no sense of humor, kwambia it's serious business. Yeah, so you feel so uncomfortable. Mtu akiingia hivi unasikia you're not yourself.
Unachoka tu.
Unachoka. Which marriage is supposed to be a relationship that brings happiness. You are supposed to be happy together. But when that happiness dies, you are not able to smile at each other. Mmenuniana miezi 3, people don't talk. In these homes you find people went quiet last year. They've not talked. It has reached a point where they've separated a bedroom. So the fact that you are not able to be together kills even the bedroom vibe. And when it gets to that point, most people, we find that they decide to separate. And separation, nimesema, unaona imeanzia kunyamaziana. Imeenda ku separate bedrooms. Ati kwanza hata iendi bedroom, mmoja analala chini, mmoja kwa kitanda. Kutoka hapo mtu anahama maybe kwa kiti, anaona watoto wataona. Then they move to different separate bedrooms. Mko same house, watoto wanaona mnaamka pamoja, mnatokea maybe ni uko upstairs, bedroom ni mbili, mnateremka stairs, you sit down, eat there, muongei. What do you think happens? What are these kids feeling? Sometimes when they have those irreconcilable differences, the best thing maybe is to separate for some time. For the sake of these children. They separate, and then maybe if they realize that they are missing each other, or they can still come back together, then it's okay to continue with the relationship. Maybe they mend their ways, but if they're having those differences, they are not happy. Yani hakuna kitu mbaya kama unatoka job ama wherever, ukiingia kwa nyumba hivi sasa unanuna. You were so happy the whole day. Unaanza kukasirika ukiingia kwa. Your home should give you happiness. You should always be happy when going home. From there, adultery, cheating, there's a percentage that wanaachana because of that. Lakini nimekwambia it's not a very big percentage. People, they cheat, they forgive each other, then they get other differences after that. Unajua wako na to grudge. And then they divorce vizuri sasa. And finances, in that order.
Okay, so hizo tatu.
And violence and violence in the family, and emotional abuse, physical abuse.
Okay. And when you meet the clients, na mtu amekuja, umemsikiza, maybe umesikiza the wife, umesikiza the husband, what do you tell them, like, in that process of trying to bring back to reconcile them pamoja? How is it?
Every case is different. You don't use one technique for all. It depends on, of course we do couple therapy. Couple therapy whereby you deal with individuals, then you bring them together. But it's not something you do like you use one technique, because there are several techniques that you use when you're doing couple therapy. Trying to find out each one of them. It's good for each one of them to know their place in this relationship, to know where they are going wrong. Because inakuanga huyu akafanya na wewe ulifanya nini? it's trying to make each one of them understand where they are going wrong
Yeah.
before you can bring them together to give them now the common areas that they should work on. But in every failing relationship, you'll find that each of them have played a certain role in breaking this relationship.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. And as we come to a conclusion, unaweza ambia watu aje in regards to marriage? Because I believe all the years you met different people, different challenges. Unaweza ambia watu nini kuhusu marriage?
I would say that marriage still wins. Marriage is good. It is better than out here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, marriage is a good thing, and watoto ambao wamelelewa kwenye uhusiano, baba na mama wako kwenye uhusiano and they are supportive and it's a happy home, they end up being also happy parents. They end up living a better life in future because they know how to value marriage, they know how to value each other when they get into their own. Unasikia hata wanatamani hata mimi nataka kuoa, but if you're having conflicts utasikia statement ya marriage me yeah,
They prefer to be single.
they prefer to be single. Kama marriage ni hii, why should I get married?
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day it's where you are happy, whether
It's where you are
married
happy.
or single.
It's, yeah. So most young people utasikia wanakuambia why am I even getting married? Marriage is full of problems. Yeah, why should I take myself to what I'm seeing? Yeah, so most of these people who are married, they are happy. They are happy in those marriages. But we have a few that we'll see and you really feel like marriage is not working, but it is working. Say that majority of those people who are married, they are happier. They are happier. Yeah.
Okay. And I will also admit marriage is beautiful and it's high time we, we remind people to work on their marriages because it's a beautiful thing. What would you tell people, like simple tips, just simple tips to ensure like you keep the fire burning in that relationship?
People have different ways of burning their fire because I believe people have different love languages.
Yeah.
So the most important thing is understand your person. Understand what they like. Yes, and treat them well. You know how to treat your person, surely. Yeah, so understand the person, treat them well, and always when you're doing something to someone, when you're saying something to your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend, ask yourself, how would I feel if someone did that to me? Yeah, before you respond, just respond the way you'd want someone to respond to you. That's all.
Okay.
Yes.
Alafu hizo vitu zenye umetutajia, all those reasons people to avoid.
You know that I'm going to do this and it's going to affect my marriage. I mean, why go there? Because marriage is a beautiful thing. Why do you want to spoil a relationship? A relationship that probably is working.
Yeah.
And violence, I mean, why hit someone that you love? Unawezaje gonga kitu unapenda? Yeah? Kwa nini uinsult, utukane mtu ambaye unapenda? So there's no love there.
Yeah.
How do you insult someone that you love? Ndio ni vizuri you speak back. Talk about it. If there's something that you don't like, instead of rushing to the divorce way, why can't you talk about it? Why can't you seek therapy? Talk to someone who's neutral. Why just make decisions that will hurt your children or will hurt this marriage? Some of the reasons people divorce are very, very small. People divorce because of very small. I've met people who regret. They tell me, I wish I had worked on my relationship. I wish I worked on my marriage. Yes.
So it's high time people learn to address the issues in marriage.
Address the issue. Most of the time it's not that big. Most of the time utapata this person does not know they are hurting you. Speak about it. Then you rectify that.
Thank you so much, Kista. Before we wind up, what would be your last words? And you can share your contacts for someone who would want to get in touch with you.
Okay. So my last word is marriage works. It's a beautiful thing. Let's talk to each other. Tupunguze expectations. Sometimes we fail because we expect so much from the people that we love and the people that love us. My contact is 0710 76 24 76 for any questions.
Thank you so much. It's always a pleasure having you because you share so much wisdom with our people out there. And I believe we'll keep on having such conversations each and every day so that we continue to create this awareness. Nilisema the Real Life Cafe is all about, learning together and coming together so that we can help each other on this journey. Kwa sababu together we can make that step, right? Kuliko ukiwa peke yako. Kwa sababu kuna knowledge uko nayo yenye mimi sina, right?
Sure.
Thank you so much. That has been the Real Life Cafe. My name is Juliet. Until next time, kwaheri.